of the body of work that Bob is being recognized for today. In the mid-50s, Bob's early interest in music led him to play the organ at one of the local restaurants. Memories of my parents eating dinner at Mary Valentine's restaurant in Greenberg, Illinois. They listened to a talented young man play music as they ate. It was Bob. He soon became a prodigy of stand-cam at age 15. He worked with Stan at the Fox Theater, playing the large theater organ and learning the art of listening and tuning the organs, and performed at other venues throughout St. Louis. In 1956, still in his teens, he became a licensed amateur radio operator. Dee's interest in music, sound, and electronics laid the foundation for an enduring passion. In the 60s, while continuing to perform across St. Louis, Bob opened up a music store in Marcel, Illinois, called the Yale Music Shop, selling organs and building speakers and amplifiers for musicians. It was that shop that soon led to Bob's big break. In February 1970, the Grateful Dead showed up to play at the Fox Theater without their sound system for that night. Staffers at the Fox quickly gave Bob a call, knowing he had a lot of amplifiers and big speakers. Okay. And putting the band member Jerry Garcia on the phone. Bob got to talk to Jerry. And saved the Grateful Dead's concert that evening and went on to handle the Dead's road concerts and went on tour with them. Throughout the decades to come, Bob was highly sought after to do sound for rock and roll artists of the 60s and 70s, including The Who, James and the Gang, where he met Joe Walsh. When Bob developed the amplified Heil talk box, Joe was an early adopter of it for its use with electronic guitars, along with Jeff Beck and Peter Frampton. During the same period, I was a young teenager getting into amateur radio myself. Bob's work with sound amateur radio was on my radar, and I was intrigued with his work with EME radio transmissions, bouncing radio signals from the earth to moon and back. Also, I recall the Mississippi River Festival, summer concerts. I attended through the 70s myself. Heil Sound was there 6 days a week, 7 years straight. In 1980s, I frequently listened to Bob along with Jim White on the KMOX late night talk shows, High Tech Heil. And when he wasn't on the air, Bob was busy adding home satellite TV systems installations to his business portfolio. He expanded the portfolio even further in the 1990s, designing and installing high-quality home theater systems. Over the next decade, Bob began designing and manufacturing microphones after being inspired by Joe Walsh to come up with a better sound pickup equipment for the music industry. He continues to design microphones, headsets, and more, setting a high standard of sound for the music, movie, and radio industry. Now a podcaster, a popular weekly internet show called Ham Nation, Bob is reaching to the next generation of amateur radio operators and inspiring some of them to become electronic engineers and radio broadcasters. His wife Sarah is now president of Heil Sound, and Bob openly admits she's a better manager than he was. So Bob continues to do research and design work on new products. In my teaching, I still point to students to develop lab research on sound and the Fletcher-Munson curves that Bob himself has suggested. And I use one of Bob's recording presentations in my class every semester on the Fletcher-Munson work and the true art of listening. Chancellor, I am deeply honored to present Bob Heil to receive an honorary doctorate.
Thank you, Mr. Bechtel. Upon recommendation of the faculty of the University of Missouri St. Louis,